Welcome to episode 5 of season 2, Sloth and Money, and we are finally doing live shows and recording at the same time. How does that make you feel?
Excited!
How excited does it make you that we now have a website?
This much. That's right, slothandmoney.com. We officially have a website. No more facebook.com/group slothandmoney. We actually have a website. www.slothandmoney.com. Yeah.
Yeah. We're so low energy today. This is weird.
We've been crapping around.
Yeah, we've been.
Can we say shit?
Yeah. It's on live stream.
We can curse on the live stream?
Yeah.
Alright, well, we've been bullshitting around, going to thrift stores and Walmart trying to get stuff in order to do the show. And we've got everything we need, so we got a player of us in the background playing. Wow, I look ridiculous on the camera.
You always look ridiculous on the
always
camera.
Look ridiculous, huh? We went out, we had to go to my old home away from home, Radio Shack. I spent 4 years in Radio Shack.
Episode 5. Come on, man! You know to mute it! You know to mute it! You know to mute it! Why are you doing this? Hit mute. No, don't pause it. You hit mute. There's... God. Come on.
So yeah, we had to get some stuff to do the show. I spent 4 years as my home away from home at Radio Shack, and I didn't want to be in there for 5 minutes. It's just so sad. There was like 2 people in there. There were 2 people working. They were watching like CSI and looked like they were waiting to die. And that reminded me of when I used to go up in there and just loathe everyday existence. It was the worst. Planograms and customers and pushing cell phones.
Sounds like a great life to live.
I was so depressed.
Well, speaking of depressed, we're going to be talking about things today that made you sad, or more or less we're telling embarrassing stories about ourselves.
This is my sad face.
That's not your sad face. Don't lie to them. It looks like I'm going to have to hold the show up today because this guy right here, his energy is this much. Muy poquito.
Who taught you Spanish?
I work with Spanishes.
You want me to turn it up? You want me to turn it up?
What?
The energy?
Yeah, turn up the energy. See, it's different because we're recording and doing this at the same time. So yes, we're going to cover embarrassing stories. If you have embarrassing stories and you're watching, I'm assuming there's nobody out there actually watching.
Thank God.
Go ahead and tell us. We're on the live stream. You can do that. And well, let's go ahead and start. Do you want to start with an embarrassing story, or should I start?
Well,
we were supposed to do that thing. We had a ceremonial thing where we're supposed to flip a coin to choose who goes first.
Yeah, but we have video now.
But it's been like that since like season 1. We haven't done it in forever.
At least we could do, for the video viewers who watch this, we could do a rocks, paper, scissors.
Okay.
To commemorate the live stream.
All right.
Rocks, paper, scissors, shoot. And we're doing 2 out of 3. I don't know if I told you that.
Okay.
All right. Rocks, paper, scissors, shoot. Rocks, paper, scissors, shoot. Rocks, paper, scissors, shoot. Motherfucking bitch, shoot. Tied game, man. Nah.
All right. You can go first.
All right, I'll go first. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I think technically I won.
This is going to be the most awkward season 2 episode for audio.
Because this is a work in progress. It's a hybrid, half video, half MP3. We're going to try this and see how it goes. I will start with a live feed story of embarrassing moments that happened to me within the last year. Last year I got my new car. I got an Ultimate. I'm so excited about it. It's still great. But we took a 12-hour-long drive from Utica back to VA, and I don't like to stop at restrooms, and I like to drink a lot of liquids. Case in point, here's a Gatorade here. Here's a Gatorade here. We stopped at 7-Eleven on the way here just to stock up.
This is a gallon jug of water. The Seven City Saint said that's how he felt at Hollywood Video.
Oh, I know exactly who that is. It's my buddy. That's our buddy. He is watching, and dude, if you got an embarrassing story, chime on in.
Yeah, chime on in.
Thanks for joining us. That's cool. But yeah, so I don't like to stop at restrooms when I do my driving, and usually my fiance will be like, "Can we stop?" And sometimes I'll just be like,
"Nope."
I don't even say anything. I'll just pretend to not hear. She knows I do it, and like I won't say anything until like half hour later. I'm like, "You gotta go still," and she's sitting there like, "Yeah." So then I will pull off into some like just abandoned place.
Shantytown.
Yeah.
Tumbleweeds rolling on by.
But this time, I thought I could make it. And I actually recently started doing this thing where I'll put like a cup on the side of the door because, like, you know, I could just whip it out if I have to pee. Like, well, if I gotta go, I'll just pull it out any time. And you know.
That goes well with your nice car.
Oh, especially on the highway in broad daylight with like, you know, gridlock traffic. That's great. Oh, we're in traffic.
Nothing like having underage 15-year-old girls looking at your ding-dong while you're trying to drive and piss on the turnpike.
Don't want that. So I didn't do that, and I waited till we got back. 10 hours later, I thought we'd make it. We were 5 minutes away from home. I just couldn't make it. I was going like this. I was panicking, right? We pulled in. I was like, I'm going to run into Hardee's. I'm going to go pee. I'm just going to go pee inside of Hardee's. And I went. I was like, fuck it. I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. I get out the car, right? I have the cup, and I'm going like this, trying to get it to go into the cup. It's going like in the cup. There's like pee streaming in the cup. There's like pee streaming into the car. I'm like, oh, God. I was like... And I let out about 3/4 of it inside of the cup, and the other just like in the car. That shit sucked. So then we get home, and then it's funny because it's after the fact. We're like, well, can't change that. Just pissed in the car. So that was embarrassing. But the best part was like it's so ridiculous. Like, who do you tell that to and they believe you? So we got home, and my mom was like, how was the trip? I was like, yeah, it was great. Peed in my car, but everything else was okay. She's like, yeah, okay. I was like, no, really, I peed in my car. And he's like, yeah, he did. She didn't believe us. We've told her this like 3 times since, and she still doesn't believe it. So now, she better believe it, because it's on the internet.
Goddamn better believe.
It's on the internet, so it's true.
It's got to be true.
Got to be true.
All right, let's see, embarrassing moment. King's Dominion Youth Evangelism Conference.
Are you reading something, or are you talking of yourself?
No, come on.
I know what you're doing, but tell the viewers and the listeners what you're doing.
There's no easy way to be in the middle of the crowd and sneeze and get an unexpected surprise in your swim trunks. Oh, man.
Oh, dude, hey, don't feel bad, because we got
I was going to say, I'm about to share my story. Come on, you're supposed to mute it.
I can't mute it, because I refreshed it.
I know, but you can mute your computer. Ta-da.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, uh-huh.
But wouldn't that mess with the Audacity?
No.
You're good.
It wouldn't.
You're good. Tell your story.
I'll tell my story. I'll tell the one about when I ran a mile in elementary school and I threw up. I was sick that day. Okay, so it was about 2nd grade, 3rd grade, something like that, and it was supposed to be the mile run day, but being a fat kid growing up, the mile run and me were, the best of pals, obviously. We'd like to dap each other up, speak slang to one another. But in reality, I would run 1/4 of the mile and then just say, I'm going to take a did not finish and an F, which is completely, I'd say, a far cry from where we are today. But anyways, so I was running, got 1/4 of the way through the mile, and we had some bad burritos at lunch. And what happened was I stopped and went all over the track. So everyone behind me, you had a mosquito on you, sorry. Everyone behind me was like, oh my God! And they had to, run through it to finish their miles.
Well, dude, I never heard that one before.
Yeah, I know. It's a great story. I love that story.
That's
one of my favorites.
Well,
get out of here, mosquito.
I think we all have shit stories because the Seven City Saint in the chat room shared his, and you just shared that one about the running. I have one. I think it only is fitting that I have a shit story because I had a piss story. When I was 11 or something like that, we all used to ride our bikes around because none of us could drive at 11. I mean, go figure, right? But we would ride our bikes around town, and I was riding with my friends, and we all had split up for the night, and 2 of us lived in the same apartment complex, so we were riding home together. And we were probably about a good 20-minute ride away from home. And again, I usually gauge when I have to piss and shit and think I could handle it. But back then, not only could I not gauge properly, I was way fatter than I am now. And I'm fat now, but I was way fatter then.
Yeah, you're huge, gigantic.
Thank you. But I was, I had this weird, embarrassment where I didn't like to go to the bathroom inside of public places. It was, a weird thing. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it at school. I wouldn't do it at rest stops because you go into a rest stop and you take a piss and there's an old man with their pants completely down. Go, It's like, why? If you're a little kid, you want to piss next to some fucking, he's a pedophile. You know he is, but you just can't prove it. So I just wouldn't do it. But then, as I got older, this phobia stayed with me. I would want to go in public places. You're busting that out a little early. But, so I had to go. I had to take a Duke, but I wouldn't do it. And I was like, screw it. I was telling myself I could hold it for the bike ride home, even though it was uphill, about 20 minutes away. So we started into the ride a little bit, and I was like, sharded.
Oh, no.
Sharded. And back then I knew I had to have probably been wearing blue jean shorts, because I was I was rocking the jorts back then. And I don't own those anymore.
I own jorts.
So I sharded, and I just was like, fuck it. Because usually we would keep up, together, but I was just took off, left his ass behind. He had to have been wondering why.
Why did you run off?
So then we finally got home, and I was like, yeah, man, I just really had to take a dump. I was like farting the whole way. He's like, yeah, I thought I smelled something. Little did he know, the dump had already taken place like a half hour back there, and that was embarrassing. So I think everyone who's involved in this right now can agree that shitting on yourself
I got another one.
is never fun.
It's about a buddy. You ever played the unexpected tap jack game with your close friends? Well, we had been doing it for about a year. This one day, I got my buddy good. I hope there's more to it.
What happened? And what's
what
a
is a tap jack?
What's
game?
a tap jack game? Because when I think of tap jack game, I think of something.
Right in the nuts.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, it wasn't exact. I think of something more lewd. There's more coming in. He writes.
Oh, it was right after lunch when I got him. I wish I hadn't thought about it, and apparently I hit him hard enough to make him projectile barf in my face. Oh
man.
Wow, that's special. Dude, why do I look like that?
Why do you look like
a homeless man.
You look like Sami Zayn wearing a Dude Love t-shirt.
Get out of here. My hair's disappearing. I'm getting old.
Reno thinks that you look like she said you look like Sami Zayn. She said you look like a couple people, but I think we definitely agree.
Well, all white people look like so. I got another one. Let's go ahead and I'll tell you my shit story. I had some really, really bad gas, and I was out shopping with my grandma and my cousin. My cousin was in from Kentucky for like a couple weeks, and yeah. Anyway, so we're out shopping, and we were at Food Lion, and they're like, we're going in Food Lion for a second. I was like, I'm just going to wait in the car, because I had this, like, really weird bubble going on in my guts. So I'm like, okay, I got to fart.
Literally, you had bubble guts.
Yeah, and I lifted up to the side, and I was like, oh, time to fart. And it came out just like this. Straight liquid right into my pants. I'm like, oh no, oh God, what do I do? And I then ran inside to find my grandma, and I was like, can you buy underwear while you're in here? I need new underwear because I'm running low at home. And she's like, okay. And then we get back to I run back to the I think we had it wasn't a Navigator. It was something at the time. It was a big SUV. So I run back to the back seat and sit down. I'm just like, how do I like position myself to not get shit all up in the seats and stain it and make it awful? But anyways, so she came back into the truck, and she was like, "Did you shoo?" I was like, "Yeah, I do, dude." It was bad. It was real bad. So we went home. I got the underwear. I threw them in the trash can, and like I didn't even wipe it out. I just threw it in the trash can, washed my ass, put on fresh underwear, and that was that. That was one of my shit embarrassing stories. Another one was it's not really embarrassing. I can just tell you about a time that I was really, really sick. Oh, good. That's right. You can't share the website.
Can't put links in the chat. Sorry to cut you off, but I have to say,
Yeah.
I want to thank the Seven City Saint because we know him quite well, and he's a friend. And I want to say thank you, and I know you support us, but I will say join the Facebook group. We have our own website at sloththemoney.com now, but if you join the Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/sloththemoney, you can interact with other people that are fans of the show.
So convoluted.
Wow. But, I mean, we do have the website now, but you can go there and you can join the group and you can stay abreast with everything that we're doing in the future.
Okay. So, all right, let's see here. The story about being sick. Apparently, a cruise ship had docked in Norfolk, and it brought along with it a weird flu-like disease where you would piss, shit, and vomit all at the same time, and it was just awful. Like, I went through 7 pairs of underwear. I was sitting on the toilet shitting while I was also throwing up into a bucket.
That's rough.
It was rough.
What the fuck?
It was rough.
When did that happen?
Probably about what am I like 800 million years old now and 8 million pounds. No, it probably happened about 11 years ago.
Damn, dude.
And the worst part about it was It was when ABC Family was real big.
Oh my God! How big was this? Are we talking about like? They used to have some good shit on there.
They did, but all
Boy
they
Meets World.
all they were showing was Whose Line Is It Anyway all day, every day, and I'm like, oh my God, this is the worst I've ever.
You don't like Whose Line Is It Anyway?
No.
I love Whose Line Is It
I don't
Anyway.
like Wayne Brady.
Oh, Wayne Brady, and what's the other guy? Oh, I can't
The
remember
bald
their
fuck
names.
and then the skinny fuck.
I used to know their names, but that show, because I like improv and I like stand up. So
I mean, I want to
love
like
that.
it. It just, I was a kid.
They brought it back.
I was a kid. I know.
I don't know.
I
if
don't
it's
want to talk
any good.
about it.
It might be worse.
Click on Audacity so I can see how far we're in.
While you're doing that,
Doing what? While you're doing that.
I'm clicking on Audacity. While I'm clicking on that, this is a low energy show, but it's okay. It's just like a regaling of personal.
Well, the reason I want to get this, I want to get it warmed up. That way, next time we do a live show, it'll go a lot better.
I mean, in our credit and in our defense, we've never done a version where we're saving the MP3 and we're also doing a video feed at the same time.
So
it's a work in progress.
Get out of here, Dusty.
Now, man,
All right.
popsicle.
You got any stories about when you were sick or any other?
I got a couple here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see what else.
That's right. You had to write them down.
I can't remember everything. Let's see.
Hit rope on middle rope.
Yeah, I did the sharp bike riding.
Oh God, the hand of the butt.
I did the pee in the car. I'm sure I know for a fact I've talked to this.
You
before.
have, but we haven't covered it.
It is embarrassing. Fucking God, man. I had a weird. This should just be called Mike's phobia with shit. I had a weird phobia where I didn't want to go to the bathroom, and every morning before school I would, obviously normal bodily functions, you'd have to take a dump or something like that. But me, I didn't want to do it at school. I would wake up and go at home or whatever, but when it came time for me to take a dump at school,
couldn't do it.
Didn't want to do it. So it was time for that normal part of the day to happen, and then I would just nope, I would just not do it. So this went on for a long time, and then I would go to the nurse, and I would be like, yeah, I don't feel well, I need to go home or whatever. I would go home sometimes just to take a dump, and then I would just come back. It was this weird phobia. I don't know how the fuck. I was so different back then. Not that I'm not strange as fuck now, but I would eventually. My mother was super concerned, and she was like, okay, you're going to the doctor today, because she I think instead she was gonna drive me to school, but instead I'm like, I feel good. I was being a complete bitch. And she's like, all right, guess where we're going? Urgent care, buddy. So we...
she called your bluff?
We loaded up the car. Because she was really... She thought
concerned.
It was serious. And meanwhile, I knew. I was like, oh, I'm fucked. I'm going to get there, and how am I going to deal with this shit, right? So we ended up going to urgent care, and then I was like, you know what? Hey, I feel better. I feel much better now. And she's like, okay, but if you really don't feel well. I'm like, nah, let's go. I'll go to school. I'm fine. So I ended up going to school that day, but eventually she made a doctor's appointment, and they did these tests, and they checked everything to make sure I'm okay, and long story short, it ended with the hand going up my ass by a moderately attractive woman, mind you, but while she was doing it, she had her hand at my butt, and she was looking at me in the eyes. Longingly. She was all with her hand at my ass, right? So then she pulls off the glove, throws it in the garbage, and then walks out without washing her hands. So a part of my ass went home with her, and has never left her.
I'm pretty sure that's not how it works.
That's exactly how it works. Every time she looks at her hand, there's some of my ass right fucking there. So that's disturbing.
Can you imagine how old she is now?
Probably about 40.
Yeah. No, I mean that's pretty good then. I guess maybe.
I don't know. That's the first time I've ever heard a woman's hand up my ass, and probably the last.
Well, I mean, that sucks for you. Let's see. Let me think.
Hey, join the group. Thank you. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. He also said hashtag bring back fat Drew Carey.
Dude, apparently Drew Carey's glasses, they're not in prescription. He just wears them because everyone's used to seeing him wear the glasses. So if he takes them off, people can't relate.
What a cocksucker.
He's making millions of dollars, and we're sitting in here. Colin Mockery, is that it?
What?
Colin Mockery? The other guy on Whose Line Is It Anyway?
I don't know.
Look it up.
I don't know. I'm not looking up anything. We're in the
I'll look it up.
show.
You tell your story.
I'm trying to think of any. I'm trying to think here. Every time we go to Mount Trashmore, like we were supposed to today, but didn't.
What a weird day it was.
Yeah, today was weird. We were supposed to go to Mount Trashmore and run today, and instead we didn't. Who would have guessed? But Every time
no, fuck that. Because you're going to make it seem like we're lazy, no good, do nothing fucks. And we have been running. Every Monday is our one day that we both share having off. And we usually run like we fucking... You know what? I'm throwing down the gauntlet right now. You want to run later?
No.
You want to run later?
No.
You want to run later?
No. No.
Dude, I'd never beat you up.
Slap me harder.
I'm not gonna. I don't even like hitting you. I don't like hitting people. I'm throwing down the gauntlet.
I want to be a wrestler. I don't like hitting people.
Chop me right now. Give me a good one. You want to run later? You want to run later? Let's run later. No. Every Monday we run, and today we bullshitted around, and we didn't do it, and we were all low energy coming into this. I usually get all messed up on caffeine, and today I had about that much caffeine, but I'm telling you right now, if you want to run later...
Get out of here.
I think we should.
Get to the story.
There's no part of the story. It's just that we usually run on Mondays.
Why you got inspired to run.
Yeah, I'm inspired to run.
No. I'll tell a story why we're inspired to run today.
Tell.
We saw a moderately hot girl running. Yeah, exactly. I know you didn't want to say it, but...
I can't talk to this.
I can. I saw a moderately hot girl running, so we were like, hey, we should probably get in on this.
It's only 5:43. We can do it. Is it your turn?
This is my turn. Yeah, it's my turn. You always interrupt my stories.
Damn right.
You ruin everything.
Damn right.
God. So every time we go to Mount Trashmore, we hit the steps and we run up and down the steps. And what happened both times? I was going to say today is the rubber match, but it's not really because
let's run in this.
I'm not running in this. These are my favorite shirts. I throw up. I get to the bottom and I'm like, all right, I'm going to go back. Well, no, hold on. I feel like I'm going to throw up. I'm going to stand here in this trash can for a little... Yep. And for some reason, we never get it on camera, and it's very upsetting. Yes, Mr. Sacco or the Cobra. Yes. Both. That's what I...
It is terrible. I know what it's like. I know. It's not fun. Oh. It was like... The fact that she didn't wash her hands, though, is what made it even like, what?
Do the Elmo voice, because now you know what it feels like to be Elmo.
Thank you for putting your hands up my butt. But, don't you think you should wash your hands?
Oh, you sound evil when you do it.
I am evil.
All right, let's see, other embarrassing stories. One time, I was falling asleep on the couch. And
for some reason, I thought you were going to say you fell asleep on the escalator. I don't know why.
I was falling asleep on the couch, and Darkwing Duck was on. Yeah, and somebody walks through the front door. It was at my grandma's house. Someone walked through the front door with a bright pink shirt on. And I was like, oh, my dad always wears that shirt when he goes to work. I'm like, hey, Dad. And guess what? It wasn't my dad. So I buried my face in the pillow, feeling like an idiot until everybody left, and then my dad came and picked me up for real. I don't know why. It's just it was embarrassing to me.
I mean, hey, it would be embarrassing. Like usually, sometimes, Rena, she looks like a certain way. She has a certain light complexion, and she has curly hair, and she usually stands out from behind because she has this weird shape to her. She knows how she's shaped. But I'll walk up to people in stores sometimes, and from a distance I'll see them. I'm like, oh, there she is, and then I'll approach them, and I'll see the side of their face, or they'll turn and look at me. I'm like, oh, that ain't her. I need to go over here. So I think there's probably been times too where I've said her name to some random person, but it wasn't her.
Bang!
Yeah,
and she doesn't turn around.
She doesn't turn around. Oh, let me skedaddle.
Time to be hitting the old dusty trail.
Yeah.
There's this one time. It's not an embarrassing story. It's actually kind of funny. One time I was at I think Food Lion again. Apparently Food Lion's a good source of stinky, shitty stories. I farted really hard in one of the aisles, and it smelled awful. It smelled like literally just animal dookie, rotting on a farm. And somehow it traveled over to the next aisle, and some little girl said, "Mommy, what's that smell?" And she responded, "I don't know, honey, but we need to go."
There's something wrong with us, and flatulence and just our bowels, they're not right. We're about to take a 10-hour road trip at the end of this month. Yeah. We're gonna need to.
I can hold it.
I can hold it too, but there's we said we think we can, and then.
But no, I work 14-hour days sometimes without
Yeah, I mean I usually do 10 to 12, but dude, we have the ability to hold it, but the two of us together, who knows what's gonna happen? It's when you get two fucking women
An immovable force meets an unstoppable something.
our
right?
dookies. That's like our butts are gonna get on fucking some kind of weird menstruation.
Yeah, you know how like
cycle.
when women get together,
Exactly.
their menstrual cycles cycle up.
That's gonna happen to
Yeah,
our
sync up.
bowels, and we're gonna probably be shitting this whole trip. So we're gonna have to like
It's gonna be like, Mike, I gotta shit. No, I gotta shit first.
We're gonna
Like,
have
no.
we're gonna have to map out all the rest stops, and we might even need to get like a porta potty and put it in the back seat.
Well, I mean, you know, I'll do it.
If I piss in
There's
my
a bucket
car, I
somewhere.
can shit in my car.
So maybe we can use that thing.
But yeah, that is gonna be a weird trip. We should actually.
Why don't we invent some sort of weird thing that like goes into your ass to like suck out your dookies for long road trips?
Way ahead of you, man. Way ahead of you.
Oh, you already got patented.
Yeah, it's called
a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
The shark. You remember the shark?
I bought one for someone for
I'm
Christmas.
so fucking sorry for that person.
Yeah, I bought him a shark. It works pretty well.
Yeah, get the fuck out.
Fucking expensive.
All right.
God damn, we didn't want a discount. Fuck.
Embarrassing stories. Let me think here. Do you have anything that you can
Yeah.
regale them with?
Yeah, sure. Another story involving my ass. In math class, I once fell asleep, and I didn't give a fuck about this class. And I thought I was all like drifting out, and I was laying on the desk like this, and I was out, and I was like, and I fart, and I'm like, oh, and then I wake up because my fart was so loud, and then everyone turns and looks at me, and then like I had to play it off like, you know, I was like, yep, excuse me, sorry about that. Are you fucking serious? So you fart so hard you woke yourself up, right? And then you excuse your fart, and then you go back to sleep. Fucking idiot.
Well, that's like when dogs fart and they wake themselves up,
Yeah.
and then they start barking like it wasn't their
Yeah,
fault.
like they scared, like there's someone's.
You should have just looked around. You should have just looked. Oh, what was that?
I couldn't play that one off if I wanted to. That was.
One time, I was it was in elementary school again. I tripped and I fell into this like cute girl, and I was the fat kid who always wore sweatpants. Everybody else wore jeans. I was like, I'm gonna be a fat kid who wears sweatpants, and I just felt so fat and disgusting and white at that moment because everybody at my school was black except me. So,
Well, I mean, I went to a school a lot of my childhood where I was the only black kid. So.
well, see, that would help shape us to what we are today.
I think that we can get along with pretty much anyone because we were around so much diversity.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. By diversity, you mean shit.
Well, I mean,
Piles. Apparently, just piles of it. That's
when it
all
comes
our
to
stories.
us, yeah.
Let's see. Embarrassing. What's the audacity say? What minute are we at? What are we doing?
Probably at
I'm assuming like 31 or 32.
about 27.
Oh, there you go.
I was gonna say that. Is there any way you can change the title of the live stream to like submit embarrassing stories or something?
Yeah. I
I
can try. I don't think I can. But
don't know if you can, but if you can, that would be cool.
no,
because,
I don't
damn.
think I can.
Um,
We got stuff's going on Facebook.
What's happening?
I don't know.
Billy joined the group, so that's important because we have another person.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
11.
Well, we're amassing a following, and we can't amass a following without.
Should we
people's
cut
support.
promos now that we're amassing a following?
We can.
I could. Yeah, I mean, I don't have the hat though.
I don't want to. I mean,
Dude, that's like 4 people who have liked our thing. That's incredible.
I appreciate all the support. It's really coming along. It's really.
It really is. We're sorry for the low keyness of this episode. I mean, I've had a rough fucking week. The highlight of my week, why I didn't end up offing myself, was Saturday night. If that would have been a debacle, I don't know, man.
Dude, Saturday night was so amazing that I'm just so grateful for all the fans that we gained that night, and it's kind of motivating us because we know we had to record.
We bought a
episodes.
website because of it.
We bought a website. We got our shit together. We got an Ethernet cable right now because the Wi-Fi is so weak. We bought a 50-foot Ethernet cable, and it's running. I wish you could see this. It's running from this headquarters to the router right now.
Yeah, the headquarters. You mean the garage to the house?
Fuck it. We
Just
should take
say
the
it.
laptop and just show them. We should go mobile with this thing.
All right, for those of you in the live stream right now,
this.
there you go. Look at the ground.
No, let's go fully mobile. Because guess what I have in my hand? I have the microphone.
You have the microphone. This is completely asinine.
Wait, let me see.
There you go.
Hold on, let me get
All the way. If you could see it, I don't know if you can.
Dude, I feel
There
like
you go. All the way up, and you see it into the window right there.
this is Sauce of Money headquarters right here.
Yep, right
We've
there.
come such a long way.
And there you
feel
go.
as if wait, let me back up. I feel like I'm on in war. I'm getting ready to interview someone. We're in the battlefield right now. There's bombs going off everywhere. We need to find the
You need to turn the microphone towards you.
Which way? This way?
No, other way.
Oh,
There you
that's
go.
the shield, dude.
There you go.
So yeah, this is the Sloth the Money headquarters. We're headed back to the dungeon. Oh my god. We got a POW over here, or is that just a fucking B?
That's a B.
Oh, it's a VOW. BOW. We went mobile. So yeah, that is the tour of the headquarters, and without the people that joined us on Saturday, we
That never would have happened.
would have never bought anything to get going. We would have never bought the cord or the website, and we're genuinely pleased. We're going to be at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view on June 29th in Boston, Mass. And while we're there, we're going to hook up with Rob Kaufman of robkaufman.com. Is it?
RobKaufmanShow.com.
RobKaufmanShow.com. And he's going to give us a legitimate chance to record in a studio.
So we need to put that on the site, on the group. We'll get you all updated for that.
So that's going to be cool. But also while we're there, I'm sure we're going to have adventures and
Misadventures.
and some crazy stuff's going to happen that we'll be able to talk about. But I am going to be making a T-shirt. I think you're making one too.
I'd rather have a black one. You'd rather have a green one.
I'd rather have a green one. I'm going to make a shirt, and
Let me
we're
see how
gonna,
much business cards are.
we're going to brand ourselves.
Even though I've already, sunk $50 into this show within the last 2 days,
I sunk my heart and
it's-
soul.
it's a small price to
into
pay
it.
for you guys out there. You should probably turn the mic towards us so they can hear me on the recording. I know they can hear me on the live stream.
Hey, it's what you got to do, man.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
So you got any more?
Let's see. I've been here, but 4 to 2 a.m. shift killed that. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Him. Billy.
Oh, no, it's all good. We're just happy that you're here.
Yeah.
I got another one if you're not ready yet.
Go ahead.
Every now and then I build up enough courage to do pro wrestling training until I decide to quit once this courage subsides. The courage is there right now, but I feel like I'm 8,000 pounds, so maybe one day I'll get over it and get back into it. But while I was training during my last tour of duty, I was doing something where I was going inside of the ring, and for whatever reason, I wasn't properly getting inside the ring or whatever. And I wasn't wearing a jock, which is A, stupid, and I wasn't wearing compression shorts, which is B, ignorant. So I got in the ring, and the rope went, hit me right in the nuts, right? And it just was like, oh, and I'm in front of all the other trainees, I'm like, oh, right in the nuts. And it's just like, are you okay? And for whatever reason, it messed my equilibrium. I was thrown off. I was like, yeah, I'm fine. So I'm stumbling around the ring and stuff. I'm trying to find out where I'm going. Then I feel like I'm going to vomit. I'm going like this. I just go down, collapse, or take a minute. I'm like, okay. I go in the bathroom. I'm standing in front of the mirror just really, dude, are you fucking serious?
And you stare yourself in the eyes, and you say, get the fuck back out there.
You get back out there! No! Fuck your ball sack! You get back out there!
So I went, oh, okay, I'll go. But yeah, that sucked. And after that, the next day, I bought compression shorts. And that shit never happened. I bought compression shorts, and I bought a jock. Because fuck that. That was bad.
That's funny. Seeing you stumble around on the live stream. That's funny.
Well, man,
good
it's
shit,
not
man.
going to be the first time you see me stumbling around anywhere.
You don't say. Yeah. I can't wait for Boston. That'll be
The Boston trip is going to be fun.
Let's see here. I'm trying to think of embarrassing stories, and which is bad because I've got enough embarrassing stories. They're just not on the top of my head right now because I've had to blank them out. Now that I've changed my life and decided to fuck being a faggot, I guess.
While you're doing that, I'm going to try and do something live and uncut, baby!
Go ahead. What's he doing? I don't know what he's doing. Let me see here. Let me think back to middle school. Oh, this is a good one. Embarrassing stories. One time, let's see. Are you going to Skype somebody?
Nope.
He's going to Skype somebody. Is that Juan?
No, I wish.
Okay. So, we were playing wall ball in high school, and we would be hitting this tennis ball up against the wall, back and forth, whatever. And one time, one of my friends was like, hey, let's wrap the area in duct tape. It's a great idea. So they wrap the area in duct tape to make sure nobody messes with us while we're playing wall ball. And then one of them takes the duct tape down and makes it into a whip. And the other one takes the rest of the tape down, and we're battling whips now with one another. And we're hitting each other with duct tape whips.
Dude, that sounds awesome but painful.
It hurt like
Oh
hell.
my god.
So one started running after me, so I start running away from him. And you know that thing when you're like on a curb and you misstep and your foot just kind of goes off and you fall like a fuck?
Yeah.
Well, I did that, and now you can see it right there.
Show it with the camera if you can.
I'm too white. It won't show up.
Oh, goddamn.
There's a scar
No,
right
it did
here.
come up, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, there's a scar right there where I face planted like down into the concrete and hit my knee right on the curb. Busted it open. Blood was pouring out of my leg, and I had to go to the nurse to do it. And I did this in front of like the entire student body at Bethel. And it was just, highly embarrassing. I just wanted to curl up into a ball and go home.
Pretty much most of my existence of Bethel just was me wanting to curl up into a ball and go home. Wow, what a fucking outcast I was. But if I wasn't such an outcast, I would have never met you. And we would have never had the new and officially branded SlothTheMoney.com.
We never even would have had sloth, probably.
We would have never had money.
Digging in your nose, live on the air.
Not a
Yeah, whatever. I do this all the time, so I have to.
But I got another one. Let's see. I just forgot it, even though I just read it.
All right, so one time we went fishing, and I was a little kid, and I was like, I'm just learning how to fish, and I cast my line out, but instead of like releasing the button, I opened my hand and I threw my entire fishing rod off of the boat, and God bless my dad, we rowed over to the thing as it's sinking, and he did an amazing call. He just dug down into the water, grabbed it, and that was, it was just embarrassing for me to be like, wow, I almost fucked up the entire fishing trip.
Well, like I was saying previously, when I was like 3, I fell in the water and almost drowned during a fishing trip. So not just
and you just proposed that we go fishing.
I did. But not only would I have ruined the fishing trip, I would have ruined an entire family with my bumbling buffoonery.
You just spit in my face.
Because I wanted to fucking jump in the water or fall in the water. But I almost drowned. And then when I got home, my dad was going to beat my ass. And my grandfather was like, hold it right there. Don't you beat that boy's ass.
What's
He
that?
fell in the water.
What's that?
So-
What's that? Did you call somebody 11 minutes ago? What happened?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
That was the length of the call from the
Oh,
time.
okay.
So yeah, I did just propose that we go fishing because we were on Legend House. They went fishing. Shawn Michaels. So I said to myself, why don't we go fishing sometime this summer? It's like $18 to get a license.
I don't know, man.
It's like nothing. And then we could, you know what we could do? Film it.
Yeah, you're right.
So
I'm gonna fall over.
you're gonna fall.
We need life vest. Oh, I got life vests over there.
I don't even know how to swim. You don't know how to swim either, right?
No, you kind of just do this and cup your hands and kick your feet. That's my
Until
understanding.
you drown, because that's what's gonna happen to me.
Well, you
But,
just don't panic.
Oh, just peed in my car. Dude, but that would be fun, and that would make for great on the road with Sloth the Money.
Embarrassing moments. One time, let me think here. I just had it and I forgot it. Let's go back to aggressive shoving that happened. We talked about that before.
That sounds like an Olympic sport.
aggressive shoving.
All right, 1 point, blue team.
1 point. Go ahead. Do you have something there?
Yeah,
The
because
pimple in your nose.
the pimple on my nose, that's like one of the last ones I could remember off the top of my head, but most of my life has been just a ball of embarrassment rolled up into a 25-year, But the pimple on my nose, and it's not just the pimple, let me say the pimples on my nose, because like for whatever reason, I guess like my nose is super oily, and that's probably normal. But like I usually tend to break out worse on my nose than any other part of my body. And it's always like the episode of Doug where it's like picture day and he's got the pimple on his nose. Dear Journal, today was the fucking worst day of my life. That's how I feel when I get a new breakout. One time it happened in Best Buy and it was like so fucking huge and red. I was already fat and I had to walk around for 8 hours a day in the stupid fucking khakis and the blue shirt. And I was just like all sweaty and I had this huge fucking pimple on my nose. So I'm like, I need to cover this thing up.
I don't know. You still sweat now, so.
I sweat a lot, but then I was
remember
fat
when we
at
go
night.
running? We ran like 3 miles that one time, and I was hardly sweating, and you're drenched.
Yeah.
I was like, what's going on there?
Like in the winters, if I sweat really hard, steam comes from my head. I don't know.
That's how it happens when you're bald.
Well,
Sorry.
I just shave it. But
I don't.
I had to think of some kind of way to hide this pimple. So I had the brilliant idea.
Principal Pill.
Yeah, let's put a Band-Aid over the nose, right? Because no one will know that there's a huge pimple on my nose. So I had like a huge fucking Band-Aid, like right here, right? Did you burp?
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's awful.
Yeah.
I had hot dogs.
So I had that huge Band-Aid on my nose, and that was embarrassing because it wasn't just like a regular pimple. It was also like I popped the pus earlier, so it's all like leaking pus and blood all day. That was fucking worse. The worst. Last year, might have topped it. I'm working in the distribution center now, and it gets really hot in there. So like that hot, the heat, I sweat, and then the sweat mixes, and then the oil mixes, and then it's just gross. So then I broke out of my nose, and I was trying to prevent it from getting as bad as it did, but God, I didn't. And it was right on the middle of my nose. It's like still there, like you can't really
you can't
see
see because the light is crap.
Don't even worry about it. But there was this huge pimple on the middle of my nose, and I dreaded going to work. Oh God, I didn't even go in public for a long time after it happened. And then again, I did a Band-Aid treatment. I would put like medicines on it and then walk around like occasionally with the Band-Aid. I actually got into a verbal altercation because if you remember, there was that black guy that we saw, the homeless black guy or whatever, who's got the old fucked up hands.
Yeah.
So like I think it was right before I broke out. We were at the gas station, and this guy came up to us, and he walks by us, and it's just like, we're just like, what the fuck, right? So then he comes up to us and asks for money, and I was like, fuck.
I can't do that.
I was
I can't do
mad.
that.
I was so mad because we work very hard in our jobs. Like we're obviously pretty laid back, but like we don't want to just give our money away. And then if it's someone in need, that's one thing. But you're gonna flip us off and then ask for fucking money? Are you fucking serious?
Nope.
So like that was absurd. So then I got out. I was like, "What are you just flipped us off?" He's like, "No, whatever. I didn't do that."
No, man, that's not how I meant it.
I remember you were about to get out the car because you thought I was gonna fight this guy. I was so fucking mad, right? So I let it go.
Well, I got out of the car just in case you were gonna fight him.
Because
we were gonna fuck him
I
up together.
considered, but I don't advise or advocate just beating up people when they flip you off. But let me tell you, I was this fucking close.
That
right?
day was.
So then 2 weeks later, I break out on my nose, and I have this. I bought a whole bunch of Band-Aids, but I don't have like regular Band-Aids. And like I like to color coordinate things. Like right now, I'm rocking this Pokemon shirt. I got this fucking blue and black wristband that he gave me, and I got blue shorts on, right? So usually I like
Black
to
shoes.
coordinate. Yeah, well, black shoes.
I knew you do. That's why I bought you all the different multicolored.
Thank you, which I appreciate. And
Gotta stay fresh.
I had this blue Band-Aid on my nose because I was
I thought you were
staying
gonna say blue bandits.
fresh, and we had gone to Five Guys that night. And we were in there, and we were waiting for the food to get ready, and I already felt ridiculous anyways, because I had this freaking ridiculous Band-Aid on my nose, so everyone's just staring at that. I was just like, whatever, stare at it, it's there. So then, like, we're sitting and we're waiting, and out of the corner of my eye, I see someone just going like this somewhere in the corner of the fucking Five Guys. And it's that guy! It's the fucking crazy black guy who flipped us off like 2 weeks before. And I had been waiting and steaming and plotting to what I would say to him again when I saw him again. And he was there, and I wanted to just go over to him and rip his face out of his face. But instead, I didn't say anything, and we got our food, and we were getting ready to leave. And then somehow he had vanished from his spot where he was, and now he was at the door. And he was saying something to me, and I don't know what he said. I just blacked out. And I said, "You're the guy that flipped me off a couple weeks ago?" He's like, "Nah, man." He's like, "I noticed you from someplace." I was like, "No, you're the guy. Fuck you, buddy. Fuck you." And I grabbed my food, and I stormed out of there.
No, you said, "Fuck me, buddy." No, fuck. you,
Yeah,
buddy.
that's right. Yeah, because he flipped me off. I was like, "Fuck me. Fuck you." And I took my fries and my burger, and I waltzed out of there, and I was top shit. And it was the best day of my life. And then, like, 15 minutes later, I was like, all right, that was over the top.
you did kind of go a little. You went in a little too deep on that one.
And then we decided he may have something wrong with his hands.
Yeah, because he's always walking around like.
But then I saw him about 2 months later, and he was not walking around like this. He was just walking around. He's just an
My
asshole.
mom was so upset with you.
Why? About what?
About telling him to fuck him.
Fuck him. Why was she mad? Because it was me?
Because you were mean to a homeless man. You don't know what problems he has.
I don't know if he was
You don't know
homeless.
where he's from,
He may
where
not have
he's
been
been.
homeless. and he brought it on himself. Like, people think I'm a nice guy, and I can be a nice guy, but I have a fuse this short. And when you fucking flip me off and then ask me for money,
Powder keg.
game over. But I
Powder.
couldn't think of any more embarrassing stories. What else you got?
I mean, there's plenty. We actually just let's see. Seven City Saint says, I was in the Achievable Dream program, and they forced us to learn how to play tennis. We were doing backhand drills, and my coach hit the ball to me. I backhanded the bejesus out of it, and went square into his ball bag.
Oh,
I lifted him off the ground and everything. And then he says, hey, at least when you're running, you get steam head. I get steam head when I'm eating. I know. I used to.
No.
When I used to be really fat, I would just like peel an orange and get drenched in sweat.
That's random. I was gonna say we were playing wall ball once. We had like 15 kids or whatever, and you had a tennis ball. And you know what wall ball is?
I just covered this story like literally.
Was it another mosquito?
Yeah.
All right.
I actually got it on time.
So
no, I literally just talked about wall ball like
Just now?
like 7 minutes ago.
I must have been.
That was my remember we were talking about the whips?
Oh right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, sometimes I unfortunately zone out because
Well, you have to because we have different things going on.
we gotta check the
Yeah.
chat and stuff. But we were playing wall ball, and we had all these kids, and one of our friends took it, and I think it was Juan. Actually, come to think of it, my Colombian friend, he took this ball and he went throw it at the wall, and he just so happened to I can't even explain how he did it. The guy was turned like this, and when Juan threw the ball went and hit the guy's nose and completely missed the wall. But we thought we broke this fucking guy's nose, and he was a big guy. He's like 6'4". He was like 290, just a big fucking guy. And like Juan took off, he ran. Then the guy started freaking out. His nose is just bleeding and blood's everywhere. That was no fun, but wall ball was fun.
Was it?
Great time.
Yeah, wall ball's always like that. We need to play wall
We
balls.
need people.
Well, I mean, you know.
I want to play wall ball again, and I want
We
to
need to
play
play racquetball.
and manhunt. I want to
Yeah,
play.
we need to play manhunt. Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Let's see.
What is this?
Yeah. He threw up their middle fingers or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We've been flipped off in the chat.
I
I'm
mean-
coming for you, buddy.
Buddy.
You can be menacing and call someone buddy.
Okay.
What?
Hulk Hogan, we come for you, buddy? I don't think that's
Yeah.
how it works.
You know how embarrassed he was after that. Booker T. We should call Booker T on Skype. We already know what his number one most embarrassing moment's going to be.
We can get Raven. Yeah, you can pay $500 for 4 minutes or something.
Oh god damn, dude. Oh my god.
We were gonna do it.
Yeah.
We were gonna do it.
We considered it.
All right.
Are you excited for the summer?
Yes.
I'm so excited.
Of course.
We got the big Boston trip coming, and then I don't even know what else is going to come our way. But like, this is the first time in a long time where we've actually set goals, and we're at least driving towards them.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll hit 160 pounds. I don't know if I'll do that. Do I think I could do it? Yes. Do I think I will do it? Probably not.
Well, you know, you need to actually count your calories and eat your protein.
I will not do that.
See, that's why you're not gonna. That's why you're not gonna make it, bro.
I had the calorie counter thing going for like a week.
But it hurts. It hurts like me emotionally, if that makes any sense. Like it just wears me down mentally to track my calories.
It is hard to do, especially like I'll wake
Like
up.
it makes me feel like I have an eating disorder.
I didn't feel that severe about it, but like
I did.
it's more of like it's just like it's a nuisance because like for me I eat out a lot, so it's like I'm not gonna track all the times I eat out places, and then even the app that they do make it a little bit easier. You can scan the barcode. Yeah. It's like, but that's obnoxious too. I would go to 7-Eleven every day, and then I would have to. I don't get reception at the break room that I sit in, so I would have to keep the wrappers and stuff and save them, take them home with me, so I can scan them when I get home. It's like. It's a good idea.
I remembered what I ate, so I mean, I don't know.
Oh man, but you're looking pretty good though.
You know, did you see how fat my face is?
You said you've gone to how many buffets?
I've gone to like in the last. I've been eating at buffets for a month straight. In the last week, I've been to CC's 4 times. So it was probably on average about 4 times a week. So that's 16 buffets in the last month.
That's nuts.
That's once every 2 days.
I don't know.
Think about that.
I don't know how you're doing it. I couldn't even go there because it would be like the same food every time.
Because it's $4.
So what are these, CC's? What flavor pieces they got at CC's?
They have a barbecue chicken pizza that's usually out, a spicy chicken pizza that's usually out, macaroni and cheese pizza, pepperoni, sausage pizza, pepperoni and sausage pizza. They have dessert pizzas, which
Ooh, now so you piqued my interest when you said
see,
dessert.
one of them is lemon meringue. One
Nope.
of them is apple pie,
Yes.
I think. They also have brownies there, and bakery fresh cinnamon rolls.
That's pretty cool.
And they have cheesy bread along with
Really?
yeah,
I know that.
along with salad and soup. Oh, they also have noodles, and you can get red or white sauce.
We should start doing food reviews.
Well, I mean, you know, I could do Cece's review right now. The food fucking sucks. It's awful, but you're paying $4 for it. The first time you go, it's going to be like 5 something, and you're getting a call.
Don't worry
live on
about
the
it.
air.
Yeah, I'm getting a phone call live in the air. We should take it. Nah, I'm not taking this one.
Anyway, so you're going to pay like $5.50 the first time you go. Then on the back of your receipt, if you fill out a survey, they give you a number. So the next time you go, you can get a buffet or a large one topping for $3.99.
But now that you mentioned phone calls live on the air, I do have an idea.
Go ahead.
Again, live and uncut. Let me try this.
Go ahead.
Keep giving your review.
Well, no, that's it. That's really the end of the review. It's garbage. Awful. CC's is just terrible. However, there's very friendly service. Except for the seats, everything is clean, spotless. And there is actually a large variety of different pizzas. But it's a large variety of shit.
The pizza around here is just terrible.
No, it is. It's very low quality.
I was doing like Little Caesars for a while, but that's just ass.
No, it's not even worth your arteries clogging up.
It's so bad.
What are we looking at on Audacity over here?
Audacity, we're getting close to the end.
Yeah, we got 9 minutes left. We've really gotten off topic though, but
Well, that's fine because it feels like I just woke up, like energy level.
I know exactly. I mean, it's the live shows are much better when we have people to converse with.
Well, yeah. Next time we'll have. We just kind of did this. I was trying to get some embarrassing stories live on the air, but I mean, this has been a fail. And like that phone call, that also failed. So
Like a flop.
this has more or less just been a work in progress to see how this would work. So thank you for bearing with us.
We got what, 9 minutes left? I'm gonna go
Yeah,
ahead
roughly.
and let me call somebody then.
All right, go ahead and make your phone call, buddy. You're gonna call someone, see if they'll chime in an embarrassing story, because we had nothing on my end.
I'm calling this dude on my contacts who is 80 feet tall. Hello. You see how he immediately gave an intro to me? What's up, fag? All right, we are live on the air, and we're running out of things to talk about. We've got 8 minutes left. The topic on discussion is embarrassing stories that have happened to you in your lifetime. And I'm figuring yes, I'm figuring you have many of them.
The one that comes to mind is sophomore year at Georgia Tech, where South Austin joined college tech competition. On the side of the little warm-up field, I looked down and realized my shoe was untied.
Oh,
So I asked her how my dad was. And the mature sitting next to me and said, hold on a second. I didn't have to tie my shoe, and I put my pants from
Yeah.
instep to ending all the way to my crotch.
yes.
I had to take off my jacket, take off my overalls, and hand them to the man mom and have her sew them up. Anyway, so I'm sitting in the corner and nothing but boxer shorts and a t-shirt and my marching shoes. People are driving by and just saying, I'm just leaving the people, because, you know, maybe that's them overnight. Anyway, so about 2 minutes later, I get my pants back. I'm not going, showing her my jacket, look down there like a city, behind my shoe check. Anyway, came down, got my shoes in there, and took my pants. The second time,
Really? Again, you split your pants twice.
so I stood on the corner and played the video. Everyone was reading and I was
That's dude. How do you split your pants twice? The original mission was to tie your shoe. Well, these things happen. We've talked about all the numerous times we've either shit ourselves or something like that.
Happens to be more than I'd like to admit.
But yes, thank you for sharing your split pants story. I hope that actually showed up on the microphone pretty well. Somebody's battery's getting ready to die over there.
We got 14%, baby. Don't
All
even
right.
worry about it.
Well, is the other guy there yet with you? Excellent. I'm going to go ahead and I'll call him on his line and see if he has anything to contribute, because I'm pretty sure he has stories too. Okay. Thank you for your intriguing double split, banana split, marching split pants debacle, and I will see you shortly or something in the next few days. Thank you, 80 feet tall. You are the man.
Yeah, you're saved in his contact list as 80 feet tall.
Yeah. Because
I am, so.
he is 80 feet tall. Okay, bye.
Marvel.
He is a
Ninth wonder of the world.
Yeah, he is the 80th wonder of the world actually.
Seven City Saint says, are the brownies at CC still goopy in the middle?
Yes, they are. They're still goopy in the middle and goopy and delicious, but only in the middle of like the square. Like the square is this big. Like this part right here is where they're goopy.
So it's a good goopy?
Yeah.
You know what else is
Well,
goopy?
the ones on the outside are like the crunchy ones that I like.
Yeah?
I like crunchy brownies.
I like them a little chewy and fudgy.
Yeah, well, I bet you would.
Most things that are goopy in the middle are delicious.
What? What are you talking about? All right, we're gonna go ahead and call up the other guy. Let's see. This is my other friend named Vince. I wish my phone would get louder. Here we go. Is he gonna answer? I don't know. He's right there with him.
I was going to say, didn't he say that?
Yeah. He's not gonna answer. I know it. He doesn't want to talk about embarrassing stories. Last week, 2 weeks ago, a car drove into his subway. Hello. So we're live on the air. I just got done talking with 80 feet tall, and I'm going to talk to you now. We've got like 4 minutes left on our live stream, and the topic of discussion is embarrassing stories that have happened to us in our lifetime. Do you have an embarrassing story that you're anonymous? Even though I said your name, you're anonymous.
Nothing coming to mind.
Oh, come on, man! You're ruining the entire live stream. Oh
Yeah,
my
no,
God!
You're the main event!
Yeah, you're actually what we're capping the entire show off with. Thanks a lot, buddy.
You know what you could do? Between you and me and Sloth here, no one will know, but if you make it up.
Yeah, if you just make it up, that would be.
No one will.
But you mean,
If I made it up, that would be awesome.
yeah, if you made it up, that'd be great. Maybe you should get your power supply, Mike. Do you know any embarrassing stories from a friend that you could tell? Because that would work too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I don't know how embarrassing it is, but it was kind of funny.
Well, tell it then.
Okay, well, there was, I had a friend who enjoyed practicing with a wooden sword in my apartment, and one time he decided that he could break the ceiling fan. Well, not break the ceiling. We were trying to get the ceiling fan to stop, and he swung at the ceiling fan and took the entire thing off the ceiling.
Yes.
And that was probably, that was the best thing that happened that day.
That reminds me of a story. Thank you for reminding me and telling me that. I guess we'll go ahead and I will take your call off the air. Thank you for your contribution, because now I have a story about ceiling fan antics, and you have helped save the show.
I got one too.
I will go ahead and tell the end of this story, and I'll keep you on the air so I can keep you informed on the story that actually happened. So we were in Money's room here, or Mike, whatever you want to call him.
Oh, God.
And he picked me up for the attitude adjustment, as it was called at the time, or the was it the FU still? I don't know.
FU.
It was the FU.
FU, buddy.
Yeah, he picked me up for the FU, John Cena's finisher. He throws me off of his back onto the bed, and on my way down, I hit the ceiling fan and knock it all about, and it starts wobbling, and he has to like reach up like light speeds and try and save it from falling out of his ceiling, because this guy decided to be a genius and try to be He-Man and perform wrestling.
Yeah, but I got you up there.
He did get me up there, but that's not the point.
Yeah, it is.
It is embarrassing, and we were recording it on film too, and we lost it.
Oh, yeah, we lost so much good footage back then.
Yeah, we lost so much footage. Oh boy.
We lost the Motel 6 WrestleMania that we did.
We did, but thank you for your call.
Thank you, for real.
And I will talk to you shortly or something.
All right.
Thank you, friend. Keep up the outstanding work. Deuces.
We've got like 2 minutes left. Like I said, this was a work in progress, and I appreciate him chiming in to be the main event. I feel like I have so much more energy now.
Do you?
I do.
You're calling one more person.
If we can get the true main event, well, not that he wasn't, but if we could get the double main event.
We've only got 1 minute left.
Double main event. Hello. You're the main event.
You've got 1 minute.
You've got 1 minute.
1 minute.
Tell the most embarrassing story that's happened to you that you can think of.
In 60 seconds.
No pressure. Yeah.
I pooped my pants in first grade.
You pooped your pants in first grade. Please, you're not just. I want you to feel not alone. We've all done it, and we've all shared poop in our pants stories tonight. So you tell the story. Go. 50 seconds.
Am I on the radio?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I was in first grade, and it was like toward the end of the day, and I had to go to the bathroom really, really badly. So my teacher wouldn't let me go because it's about time for dismissal. So, you know, I didn't know how to poop. Like, I know I had to go to the bathroom, but I didn't really recognize that, you know, it was poop. So I go back to my seat and sit down, and I start farting. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I try to hold it in, and then, like, all of a sudden I fart, and I feel some kind of relief, and I'm like, okay, what the heck? So I didn't realize it until I got home, but basically my daddy came to pick me up, and I was sitting in poop, and I drove, when he drove me home, it was like a 2-block radius, and he drove me home, and I went to the bathroom, I'm like, oh my god, I actually pooped in my pants. So I was like, ew, that was nasty, but yeah, it was embarrassing because I was in first grade. What 7-year-old poops and stuff?
Hey, don't feel bad. I was like 11 and I pooped myself. I already told that one.
Yeah, and someone kept like saying that it smells in that area, and I was like, oh gosh.
Oh, they know.
Well, you know what? You know what? You know what you smell like now? You smell like roses. You're the main event. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, I love you. Do you have any more embarrassing stories you want to share?
No.
All right, well, I'm so sorry I put you on the spot, but I want you to know that you delivered, and I appreciate it, and I love you. You are the main event.
Love you. All right. Love you.
I'm coming home, baby.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, we'd like to give a warm shout out to all the people who decided to actually listen to this show.
Seven City Saint,
and
dude.
Seven City Saint.
Thank
you
you
for
We-
not, you know,
For not leaving us.
he didn't make it for the good one. He had to sit through this garbage.
Hey, work
So
in
thank you.
progress. They will only get better from here on out.
All right. Thanks everybody, and we're done here.